Are you ready to lose those love handles? Do you work hard to stay in shape and eat healthy, yet you can't get rid of stubborn fat? Now there's a clinically proven way to help you look slimmer without surgery or downtime. It's called Sculpture. Sculpture's innovative procedure destroys fat in just 25 minutes with visible results as quickly as 6 weeks. Sculpture sounds amazing, right? Check it out for yourself by clicking on the banner or go to goodbyefat.com.
Blog Talk Radio.
The best radio station in the world is right here, right now.
Good evening, everyone. You're listening to Psychic Connections. I'm your host, Psychic Medium Victoria Alvarado. I have a very special guest, writer and author Damon Alvarez. He's going to talk about what the process is, what the journey is to being an independent author and the creative process that goes into writing and publishing your own book. And I'm also going to, if we can, I'm also going to be talking about raising your vibration and how you can do that to manifest your desires. Later on, we will have this week's horoscopes, and then afterwards, I will open up the phone lines to take live callers for mini readings. Now, guys, if you're on hold for mini readings, I just want to make sure that you guys know that if you have had a reading with me in the past week or two, please wait at least 6 months, or not 6 months, but 6 weeks before calling in again. I do want to make sure that the rotation of calls that are coming in, everyone gets a chance who has not been able to get in the phone lines, because the phone lines will have 20, 30, 40 people waiting to get online. So if you've already had a reading from me last week or within the past couple of weeks, at least wait a full month to 6 weeks before trying to get in again. So we're going to introduce my first guest, which is author and writer Damon Alvarez. He is on the line. Hi, Damon. How are you?
I'm good, Victoria. Thanks for having me.
Sure. I am so glad that you called me to be on the show, because you know what? I think that it's going to be an interesting topic, because I'm sure that there's a lot of people out there who have had desires of trying to be a writer or be a self-published author such as yourself. And so I know that you want to talk about being an independent author and what your journey is. So I want to know how you even got into writing and being a self-published author.
Well, I've been writing for about 20 years now, and some change. Probably since the late 90s. And for a long time, people have been telling me, like, hey, I started out writing poetry, and people, always told me, you should write a book. You should write a book. And going up until last year was the first book that I did, and that was Soul of a Man. That was poetry. That was a poetry book, and it was about maybe 15 and 20 years of poetry in that one book. And then this current year, I put up my second book, which was Lyrical Soul, lyrical quotes for her mind, body, and spirit.
Okay, and so let me ask you, what inspired you to write, or what is your inspiration for writing? My inspiration is the gift from the divine. It's the gift from, the universal source. Call it God. Call it the universe. And it is me using that gift to touch people, to share my talent with the world, so to speak. And one of my that was one of my prayers recently. To have my to broaden my audience and to have my gift just be able to reach just to broaden my audience, and just to have my gift, my platform, be able to reach and touch just more people, just around the country and more around the world also. Okay, and so can you tell me a little bit about your platform, or what your brand is really, or what your brand is about?
My brand, the nuts and bolts of it is about inspiring women, just inspiring their self-esteem, their outlook, their look on life, their belief system. I always want to say that you can, if you believe in nothing else, if you don't believe in a higher power or angel or ancestors or anything of that nature, you should naturally always believe in yourself. And I also do children's books also, so that's another part of my platform. And I also always believe that you have to. It's never too late in life to do something, but you always want to try to reach children at a young age, so that they can be inspired and dream and go on to do great things also. So my platform inspires, I'd say, more women and also young children.
Okay. And so let me say, you mentioned inspired several times. So my question to you is, what does it mean to inspire people as a writer for you? To me it means that I can inspire a whole new generation of dreamers out there. People who may think, people who may have a story, or people who may be talented in one area and who may have that book inside of them. Or it may not even be a book. It can be a movie, or a documentary, or whatever it is that they want to do. And for me to be able to touch those people's lives, I think it's something that's awesome. I think it blows my mind, sometimes, because you never know who's watching you. You never really know. You never know who you can reach out there, and who you can inspire by just daring to believe, daring to dream, and just being bold, and just step out and just put yourself out there and just want to do something that you truly love to do, whatever that is, and to affect people in a positive way. Because I feel now is that the world needs positivity more than any time in history. So let me ask you this, Timon, that for those people that are listening that want to aspire being a author themselves, can you tell us what the process is, or what the nuts and bolts are of putting a book together themselves? One of the words you said, it is a process. It is. It starts with brainstorming. It starts with knowing exactly what you want to write about, and just starting. It just starts with you putting those thoughts on paper. Whatever your genre of writing is, whatever you want to write about. That's where the natural process starts, and then once you get all of those thoughts together, once you get your chapters formatted, then you'll have to find an editor, then you'll have to and then I went through a website called Creative Space, and they helped me put my book together, and I also go to a website called Fiverr, and they helped me with my cover content. So, but there's a lot of it's like anything else. It's I guess it's like if you're a singer, and it's like going into the studio and recording a song in a sense, but instead of using your voice, you're using more of your mind, and you're just writing all of those thoughts down. So it can be a tedious process at times. It really can. And so how long would you say it would generally take? I mean, well, I know everybody is going to be different as far as the process from writing and then finally getting to the editing. But when you get to the point where you're finally editing your book and you're ready to start publishing, how long does it normally take to actually have your books out?
Yeah, my last book, Lyrical Soul, it took. I wanted it to be done by. I'd say altogether that book took me about 5 months to really put together, Because of course, when I'm writing and when I'm putting material out there, I always want to put my best foot forward. So I don't want to put just anything out there. So I'm a perfectionist, and I'm always going to be. That's just me. I'm always going to be my worst critic. So it took all in all, it took me about 5 months, but it just depends like I said, it all just depends what you're writing and what you're writing about and how long you want your book to be.
So let me ask you, Damon, what keeps you passionate about writing? What keeps you passionate about it?
It's, writing as far as the arts and creativity, writing was one of my first loves. And I think it's like being in a relationship with somebody, that you never forget your first love, no matter what. And that's what I'm really passionate about, and that's what I put my heart and soul into, my writing. So
let me ask you. You mentioned earlier that you have several books that you're working on now, and where do you want your writing career to take you from? As far as like where you're headed now, and what are the next projects that you're working on?
I want my writing career to let me be able to travel the world and start doing lectures and touring and just being able to reach people and add some type of positive effect. I always want to make people think. Of course, I want to get paid for it, but the main thing with me is to be able to make a positive effect, and I want this generally to be my legacy in a sense. So I always want to have that positive creative effect on people, because I'm inspired by a lot of different things, just in life, and a lot of my ideas come through dreams, honestly. But I'm working with someone right now. As far as the next two projects that I have coming out, I have another kid series that's coming out that's called Chance You're Begging for Trouble, and I also have a novel that I'm co-authoring with Miss Tristan Jackson, and I have my next solo book that's coming out. That's going to be called Black Girl Magic. I'm really, really, really excited about that project.
Okay. Black Girl Magic is what you said, right? And so what is that? Can you tell us a little bit about that book, or what, a little bit of the synopsis or what it's about?
Yeah. Black Girl Magic is going to be talking about Black Girl Magic is going to be talking about just different spiritual systems and how it affects just African American women and women in general, and how that plays a part in their everyday lives. What I see is that a lot of people, not that they're straying away from the church, but they're looking for something different. Now, they don't say the word God; people say the universe. So people have different ways of different ways of worshiping, in a sense. I'm going to be talking about voodoo and Ifa and tarot card readings and lucid dreaming, and it's going to be it's been an interesting ride, just learning about these different things. I'll be talking about candle magic, and it's going to be a very deep, fun, entertaining book, and it's going to be very, very, very
pretty much along the lines of some of the stuff that I do, just not the dark stuff. So
Yeah, no, not going to the dark side, no.
Right. So I appreciate you coming on the show and telling us about a little bit about writing and you know what it takes to be an author. Obviously, it takes a lot of dedication and obviously a lot of patience. And so, where do you want your writing career to take you?
You know, it's like there's a character in Toy Story, Buzz Lightyear, and he has a saying that says "to infinity and beyond." So basically, that's where I want my writing career to take me. You know, I want to be able to interact with just different talented people. You know, like such as yourself. You know. Like maybe years ago, I would have never dreamed of meeting somebody like you. You know, like a real life psychic. I mean, how many? You know, a lot of people claim to be that, but you know, there's a lot of fakes and charlatans out there. But you know, just to meet a real life, you know, somebody who's like has that gift to be able to reach and touch other people's lives. I mean, that's amazing. You know, to me.
Mm-hmm. And oftentimes when I meet someone and they really find out that I'm actually a legitimate real-life psychic, they're like, are you reading my mind right now? No, I'm a psychic. I'm not a mind reader, you know? So people kind of get put off by it. But, you know, it, as you said before, it's hard to find legitimate psychics out there. There's only like a handful, such as like John Holland and John Edwards and Teresa Caputo. Those people that have really made it in the industry, they've had to struggle to get to where they are now because you do have those fakes that are out there that give the ones that are real bad names. You know.
That's absolutely true. That's the same thing with writing. You know, I mean, you have a lot of people that just want to, you know, just put out a book, you know, just for like quick money. So, you know, I think it just kind of goes with the territory.
So if anyone wanted to find out more information about the books that you do have, or even just have someone to talk to, inspire them about writing, how would they get a hold of you?
Well, my books are on Amazon. They can put my name in, Demond Alvarez. That's DEMONDALVEREZ, or they can just simply go to my website. That's www.soulofaman504.com, and again, that's www.soulofaman504.com. And they can find me on Instagram and Twitter, the same handle, soulofaman504.
Well, I thank you so much for coming on to the show. We're going to go to a quick break, and when we come back, I'm going to talk about the topic on how to manifest your desires by raising your frequency, your vibrational frequency. And thank you so much for being on the show with us today, and you have a blessed day, Demond.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on my show. Thank you so much. So we're going to go to break now, guys.
We want to talk about Victoria Alvarado. She is the real thing. She was able to pick up on my love issues, which was true. With Victoria, she's very in sync with energy, and she was able to pick up on my energy right away.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I've been seeing Victoria now for 3.5 years. I was hurting somehow. She pinpointed the areas that were being affected. I gave her a call, and she started the healing process. Immediately afterwards, she told me about how my body was going to heal and how I could help it heal along. And I noticed a change immediately.
Hi, I'm psychic medium Victoria Alvarado. As a psychic, I'm able to connect to the past, present, and future. And as a medium, able to connect to your loved ones and those that are in spirit. And if you ever wanted to know about your future and what the future holds for you, or if you needed to find answers to those daunting questions that are lingering in your mind, contact me at www.victoriaalvarado.com.
The coolest station online.
Yeah, that's us.
'cause we play this.
Back. You're listening to Psychic Connections with Victoria Alvarado. And so we're going to go and talk about today's topic, raising your vibration to manifest your desires. Have you ever tried to manifest something and you've probably looked for all the Abraham Hicks, the secret DVDs and the law of attraction, and you've followed the teachings to the T and nothing, I mean, absolutely nothing worked? And you probably told yourself, man, this is just a bunch of crap, or maybe I just don't know what I'm doing. If you're fed up of not attracting love, abundance, prosperity, peace of mind, then stop what you're doing and listen to this radio podcast. You're not going to want to miss out on what I'm about to teach you. The first part of learning how to manifest is you need to know that you and everything on the earth, including the earth itself, are made of energy. That's right. That simple. The earth vibrates at 528 megahertz, which is a vibration of peace and love. And in order to receive what you want, your vibrational energy, your emotional state, and mind all have to be aligned with the same vibrational frequency of the earth, or you're going to hit a brick wall when trying to manifest. And so let me just say that the universe does not speak words, so you can't do prayers all day long, but it speaks frequency. So in order to manifest, you have to shift your thoughts and your focus from negative to positive so that you can attract love, money, prosperity, abundance, happiness, and so much more. If your personal energetic frequency is low, you'll be attracting a life full of disruption, chaos, and difficulties. And when we vibrate below 500, it is because of negative thoughts, fear, and negative behavior. And you can also vibrate below 500 when you're exposing yourself to things that are harmful to your mind, your body, and your spirit. You also have to do things to raise your vibration. And so you're probably wondering, well, what do I need to do? So today I am going to give you some examples of the many things that can lower your vibration and the things that you can do to raise your vibration. And some of the tips go along with this so that you can live a healthier and happier life. Believe it or not, low energy vibration causes sickness in the body, the mind, and the spirit. In fact, illness shows up in the energy body first before it shows up in the physical body. So here's a list of a few things that I put together that lower your vibration. For starters, people who are friends, relatives, co-workers, bosses, etc., who are always grumpy, always negative. And I'm sure you're probably thinking about it right now. It's like, I know someone who's always just complaining and just super negative all the time. And you know what? They bring you down energetically. So these people, you try to eliminate these type of people from your life. Now, number two, this is obviously a given, but this is pretty much arguing and fighting. This is very important because every time you argue or fight with someone, your vibration is lowered. And watching other people argue and fight also lowers your vibration. Now, smoking or taking drugs, drinking too much alcohol, exposure to chemicals and toxins in your food, drinking soda, drinking contaminated water, just water that just isn't so healthy, the environment, house cleaning chemicals, pesticides, and so much more. Limit your exposure to chemicals and toxins. And when I say water, if you don't drink enough water to help flush toxins out of your body, you're allowing that toxin to build up in your body and cause negative energy. So limit your exposure to chemicals and toxins, and do a regular detox on your body to get rid of those toxins. Now, watching violent crime-based television shows and movies or horror movies with blood and gore and violent scenes, that also lowers your vibration. Now, another one is holding on to grudges or unforgiveness. Not only does this lower your vibration, but it negatively impacts your heart, your breast, your lungs, and circular system. Eating a bad diet, so some of the foods that lower your vibration and make you sick include highly processed foods, fast foods, deep fried foods, hydrogenated foods, foods containing processed white sugars such as cookies, candy, ice cream, GMOs, eating gluten when you're gluten intolerant or have a celiac disease, and soy that is GMO and has not been fermented. So foods that contain chemicals and preservatives like MSG and others, this is going to lower your vibration. So you see, it's very important to detox your body of these chemicals. Doing a regular liver and kidney detox, even just doing colon cleanses to kind of help flush out any heavy metals and toxins from your body. And drinking water is so important as well. Now, how do you raise your vibration? So now that we've gone through a big old list of all these things that lower your vibration, so how do I build my vibration up is what you're probably asking. There are many things you can do to increase your energy vibrations, and here are just a few. Watching comedies or educational or documentaries on TV or movies that are funny and uplifting and positive instead of violence is something that can help raise your vibration. Walking on ground barefoot. Let's say if you go outside, if you can on the grass, walk barefoot, or just being outside is very grounding to your energy. And increasing your chi every day with yoga, breathing deeply, meditation, or qigong. Writing down positive things that you want in your life, like they already have happened, and read them or say it to yourself daily. This is going to help reprogram your mind from constantly focusing on negative thought forms. This is also going to help you or teach you to be kind to yourself and others, and this is very important because we want to come from our heart center and heal from our heart space if we want to connect to the universal energy and connect to the earth energy of peace and love. Another thing is stay away from negativity and drama, and also try not to cause it yourself. Now, being in nature once daily, if possible, simply just breathe in the fresh air. Most of us hold our breath when we are stressed. So notice your breath and breathe from your diaphragm. And practice giving and receiving love, kindness, compassion, and forgiveness daily. Make sure to give these things to yourself and to other people as well. So what else? Oh, getting enough sleep. Yes, get enough sleep. Get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. This is your battery recharger. Lack of sleep equals lack of energy. And it's very important to only hang out with like-minded, positive, uplifting, and supportive and loving people. You can use energy protection exercises every day. If you don't know how to do these things, you can Google energy protection, or you can hire someone like myself who is an expert and can teach you and give you a list of items that you can do, or you can use certain devices that you can use to protect your energy. Now, what else is there? So even doing regular Reiki or chakra balancing sessions, as I mentioned before, connecting with nature, walking outside and standing or walking with your bare feet on the grass or sand, or even just put your back up against a tree and hugging a tree or running outside in the rain. These are all things that are going to help raise your vibration. Spending time around your pets or animals. Pets and animals, if you don't realize it, they vibrate at a frequency of 100% unconditional love. And so they can always bring you back into grounding and a state of mind that is calming. Using essential oils, also some of the ones that I like to use are lavender, juniper berry, and jasmine by Young Living Essential Oils, and frankincense oils, which vibrate at a very high frequency. So if you Google essential oils for raising your vibration, you will find many of them to try out. Try the ones that you feel more drawn to, and helping mankind or doing some sort of service. Every time we help someone or we serve the greater good, we are raising our vibration. Positive thinking. positive beliefs, and positive feelings, along with reciting positive mantras. That's the same thing as affirmations. But last but not least, make sure that you regularly clear your energy at least once a week. Sometimes we can get bogged down by so many negative energies from other people that we don't realize that we have to take care of ourselves and kind of pull off their sludge or if you feel like you're being slimed or something, we just got to get that off, So it's very important to clear your energy at least once a week or clear your auric field once a week. And all it takes is a few minutes to clear your energy and open you up for receiving the good. Once you've done all this to clear and raise your vibration, you can then align your desires with the universe. So we're going to go ahead and go on a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the weekly horoscopes. Now, next week, if you're still on the line, next week we're going to talk about how to align your vibration to frequency of the universe, which there's two different things about that. So you learn about how to clear it, but now it's now how do I align myself with that? So that's a whole new set of topics that we'll talk about next week. So right now we're going to go to a break, and when we come back, the weekly horoscopes.
We want to talk about Victoria Alvarado. She is the real thing. She was able to pick up on my love issues, which was true. With Victoria, she's very in sync with energy, and she was able to pick up on my energy right away.
Hi, I'm Jennifer. I've been seeing Victoria now for 3.5 years. I was hurting somehow. She pinpointed the areas that were being affected. I gave her a call, and she started the healing process. Immediately afterwards, she told me about how my body was going to heal and how I could help it heal along. And I noticed a change immediately.
Hi, I'm psychic medium Victoria Alvarado. As a psychic, I'm able to connect to the past, present, and future. And as a medium, able to connect to your loved ones and those that are in spirit. And if you ever wanted to know about your future and what the future holds for you, or if you needed to find answers to those daunting questions that are lingering in your mind, contact me at www.victoriaalvarado.com.
The best radio station in the world is right here, right now.
Back. You're listening to Psychic Connections with Victoria Alvarado, and here is your weekly horoscope. Aries, you will find yourself struggling with issues at work and wanting to participate in group activities with friends and family. Try to sort out how to use your time most effectively so that you can adjust to the demands of both your job and other people's wishes. But don't stress yourself out over everything, trying to please everyone if you find it a bit challenging. Taurus, dealing with children can be stressful this Sunday. This is a time to pull out all your best manners and proper behavior because you never know who could be watching. A break from your routine is most welcome, so as you move through the week, expect a few social events to provide you with respite from intense mental and emotional tension. If you have to, schedule a girl or boys' night out in order to help you bring some peace and tranquility into your life. Gemini, movement is essential to your well-being at all times, especially so at this time. If you find yourself feeling creatively blocked, get out and spend some time in nature. Walking outdoors can help you get reconnected to your inner soul and gain the awareness you seek through inspired channels if you relax and allow your mind to open. Cancer, this week you will feel that power is in the hands of other people. You may succumb to the feelings that you're being boxed in or restricted. However, as the days progress, you sense the flow of energy through your body and mind and realize that the power is yours to direct. Use your speaking skills to encourage your recommended adjustments to your partner or associates that can bring any loose ends into a seamless package. Leo, if you find yourself yearning for a vacation, this is a good time to plan a trip for the near future. Collect ideas from a wide variety of sources and set aside funds for this purpose or order tickets. If travel does not appeal to you this week, the same energy proves useful in learning about any topic that interests you. Virgo, you begin the week with a powerful impulse to take action. Now would be a good time to address personal issues and work through them. Healing occurs even when you make only slight adjustments in your diet or exercise activities. Libra, you begin the week with a keen appreciation for your accomplishments and for what lies ahead. But you'll later realize that you're not quite finished with some old business. But you will see how to reach a conclusion. Use any messages you get this week to push you toward this transformation you seek. Scorpio, you may have to deal with the needs of children, or you may find that your own inner child speaks up and demands that you change your course. Either way, by the end of the week, you will have lots of fresh ideas to brighten up your soul. Sagittarius, this week you are nearing the end of a cycle. You may want to take time to mend any little issues or conflicts that come up. Communicate your feelings, including possible sadness, to associates. By Saturday, you have learned at least one way to relax your mind and let intuition take over. Capricorn, on Sunday, you probably feel wanderlust in your bones. If you can adjust schedules, you might just find yourself on a plane or train to some unique locale. If you remain at home, choose music to lift your mood and inspire the right actions. Aquarius, create the proper setting and mood for any important conversations you have this weekend. It will create just the right energy that will allow you and your partner to share strong, intuitive connections, which will bring you both closer together. Pisces, change can happen now if you carry a can-do attitude, and if you choose, you can move into a leadership role. Take advantage of the planetary energies this week to take the first step toward the future you desire. So we're going to go to the phone lines real quick. Well, actually, we're going to go on a quick break and then go to the phone lines. But before we do, I want to make sure that everyone understands that if you've already had a reading from me within the past 2 or 3 weeks, we want to make sure that everyone gets a rotation in the line. We do have a lot of callers who have not been able to get through. If you've had a reading, at least give yourself another 4 to 6 weeks before calling into the line again. If you want to schedule a private session with me, because you can't wait until then, you can reach me at victoriaalvarado.com. So we're going to go to the phone lines after this quick break.
The coolest station online. Yeah, that's us. 'Cause we play this.
Hello?
Hi, how are you? You are live on the air. How can I help you?
I didn't think I'd get on. Hello, thank you for taking my call. Okay.
You're going to have to wait till after this move in October, if that's something that you're going to do, because then once you move in October, or slightly after October, it feels like by then you'll be settled enough to where you can focus.
The best radio station in the world is right here, right now.
Hello? Hello? Victoria?
Hi, can you hear me, hon?
Yes, I can now.
Okay. I'm not sure what's going on with the system here today, but you know what? We are in the week of the retrograde, so everything is kind of acting funky as well. And when I have very high vibrational energy with the angels, things start to malfunction around here. So thank you so much for holding. And what are your questions and your comment?
Well, I greatly admire you and love you dearly. My question is, I have been 2 weeks in my training, and tomorrow we meet our supervisors and go to our desk for HealthNet as an intake specialist representative. And I took the testing for the city of Sacramento on the 31st. hopefully I passed it. I hope that I'm able to make a wise decision if the city offers me a job as to which job would give me the most longevity.
Okay, so we may have to discuss off the air, Miss Wendy, because I do need to get to other callers, and I know that you've asked this question before, and Spirit has already told you you have longevity with the city job itself. So I'm going to ask you to wait at least another 3 to 4 weeks before calling in again, okay, sweetheart?
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, guys, just please make sure that if you've had a reading with me in the past week or two, please give it at least 4 to 6 weeks before calling the show again. I want to make sure that we have a lot of callers that have been trying to get through the phone lines, and not everyone has had a chance to get through. So if you've already had a reading with me within the past week or two, please give it at least 4 to 6 weeks before calling in again, okay? Thank you so much for participating and listening to the show. The listeners, I am greatly appreciated for you guys tuning in, but I also want to make sure that everybody gets helped as much as possible. So we're going to go to the next phone line. We are going to go to area code 310. Hi, sweetheart.
Hello.
How are you? You're live on the air. What are your questions or comments?
Hi, thank you. I have a question. I have an educational instructor whom I absolutely adore. Unfortunately, though, he also instructs an abusive ex. I just got out of an abusive relationship. And I think that he's been telling my instructor untruths about me. And I just wanted to see what you're picking up around this, and will this stop? Does my instructor believe any of this, and will my ex walk away?
Well, I'm going to say this, is that let me just say this. You don't have to worry about the instructor believing this. I feel like he's kind of neutral in the situation. And I think I really feel like the instructor is intuitive themselves, so they're already kind of feeling that there's something up with this person that's telling them this. Okay. So you don't have to worry about this person believing the lies. But let me just say this. He is going to move on from telling the instructor, but he's going to start telling whoever he can that's going to listen to him.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're so right. Like, you're picking up the correct energy, because I've been getting these crazy anonymous phone calls from all sorts of women for the past 5 days, and I don't understand why these people are calling me, but I think that he's connected with this.
Yeah, he's going and telling anybody and anyone that will listen to him that it's almost like they don't really fully know his character. Okay? And so they're just he's telling them, oh my God, just off the wall type stuff, but he will stop. You know, I hate to say give it a month because it's just a long time.
Gosh,
but Spirit is telling me that you're going to have to go through this cycle for at least a month. It's coming to an end, is what they're telling me. And, you know, we're dealing with Mercury retrograde right now, so all this stuff is like this is how he's dealing with it, which is sad that he has to deal with the breakup or whatever happened, or you not wanting to no longer let him feed off your energy.
So I had to, and he was a narcissist, so I had to walk away. I didn't have a choice for my own, like you said, vibration.
Right, because you're no longer allowing him to feed off of you. He's a type of psychic vampire that I would call the blamer. That they will blame you for everything instead of taking responsibility for their own actions. And if they don't get what they want, they start to get aggressive and angry and ugly.
That's what's happening.
So what you need to do, sweetheart, is you need to imagine, you're going to take a couple deep breaths, obviously. You need to say, woosah, right? And you're going to focus on your breath, and you're going to take a couple deep breaths in, and you're going to tell yourself, I can deal with this. Because you can. I can deal with this. And then imagine that he's standing in front of you, and I want you to place yourself in a super big bubble of white light.
Okay.
You're inside this super bubble of white light, and nothing he can say, none of his words, none of his abusive words can affect you. That he's talking and you're seeing his mouth move, but you don't hear any of his words anymore because they don't harm you anymore.
Yeah, I feel like I cords and I detached from him. But these people, will these people believe what he's saying? Because he's kind of like unstable.
They are unstable too. For them to believe it, they have to be unstable too. So, but let me just say this: is that's going to stop. That's going to start dwindling within the next 2 weeks. You shouldn't have any issue. But here's the thing: I want you to also imagine that anybody else that he is talking to, that nothing can get through to the super bubble filled with light that's around you. Only love vibration and loving words can get through to affect you.
Okay.
Okay. So when he starts to feel energetically, he starts to feel the pull, he'll leave you alone. It'll start to dwindle. It'll just fade out. He'll just go his own way.
God, I cannot wait until that day comes so that this can be behind me.
And it will. Energetically, it's almost like you have to say. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I've done so much healing work. I don't know if you can see that. Like I've done so much work, to really heal myself and to get to where I am now. And I feel so happy and vibrant. And my life is like moving forward and beautiful things are happening for me. I just want him to just float away.
Well, what Spirit is saying that what you need to do is you need to tell yourself that when you're sitting there imagining a super white bubble around you, you also need to tell yourself, I let go of drama. I detach from all forms of drama, and dark times are now over.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So I leave you with that, sweetheart, and I wish you the best.
Oh,
you're welcome.
Thank you. You're awesome. All right. Good night. Thank you.
Good night. Mm-hmm. All right, so we're going to go to the next caller. Hi, you're live on the air. Do you have a question or comment?
I have a question. Hello, my name is Regina.
Hello, Regina. How are you? What can we do for you?
I'm good. My question is, do you see any love match or love prospect coming for me this year? Any description or anything?
What do I need to know about Regina and her love relationship? I honestly feel like you need to make some adjustments with yourself personally. Like, I just feel like either you're not getting out as much or putting yourself out there, because it's just almost like you're not open to receiving. And so let me say this, is that I feel that you need to let go of some negative focuses about relationships, because I feel like you have opportunities, but for some reason you're missing out on them. What does this mean when I say you're missing out on opportunities? Or maybe you feel like you're missing out on opportunities to meet the right one.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I feel like I'm open to receiving relationship now. I mean, 2 years ago you couldn't get me to even but now it's like, I guess because I love my freedom, that maybe I don't want to be bogged down with, but at the same time I do miss a company of a man at times.
Okay.
So
right. So let me say this. This is what Spirit is telling me, is that you've had several missed opportunities because either you're too picky, right? And that's okay, right? Because we have a certain ideal. But like if someone's too short or doesn't have a good job or something, there's almost like you're putting up some walls and you're missing out on opportunities of meeting some really good men. Okay? Spirit is saying this, is that put the walls down and actually really mean it, not only in your mind and your heart, but really, really mean it. And here's the thing. We're talking today about raising your frequency to attract your desires, right? So you have to find the actual link that's telling yourself, and you just said it, I don't want to miss my freedom. So don't see being in a relationship as something where I can't be me or I have to be restricted, because you're missing out on opportunities on being with the one. And this is what they're saying, is that there is someone coming in this month, but I don't see you getting with this person. I see you pushing them away, but it feels like this person's going to be around until August, and you and this person aren't going to really have a relationship until October. So
what?
October, yeah. You know what I mean? Because of the whole thing of you not wanting to be settled down, you know, you're going to push this person out. Okay? So Spirit is saying, is like, don't change your perspective and tap into the frequency of receiving love and actually do that. Because whenever you realize that I'm trying, like you said, I've been trying, but it just feels like it's not happening, there's some sort of vibration where it's really, you're not fully open to receiving. But he's coming.
Like with this, so this guy, is it more like around work or just random?
You know, this guy makes me feel like he's a friend of yours, that you already know him. And I just feel like you've been, or like he's either tried talking to you and you either brushed him off, or, you know, he's tried hooking up with you or dropping little subtle hints here and there, but you're not seeing them. So I feel like he's already around you. He feels a little darker, Regina. He feels darker for some reason. Do you not like dark men? Or dark-skinned men?
Yes, I do. I do.
You know what's so funny is that he makes me feel like they keep showing me something that looks like Kevin Hart. So either he may be short, but he has the same complexion as Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Oh. And I don't know anyone like that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I don't know a guy like, you know, like maybe not short as in Kevin Hart, but shorter than I prefer.
Right. And you see what I'm saying? It's what I'm saying, shorter than what you prefer. As I mentioned before, that you are kind of pushing them away because he may be too short, and you're missing out. You're missing out on something. Okay? So there's a reason why they're showing me Kevin Hart, that, you know, he may not be as short as Kevin Hart, but he's short, and it's shorter than what you would prefer. And that may be because it's like, I can't wear my heels if I'm going to go out with this person, you know? But he's not really around you. Okay.
Right.
So I leave that with you, sweetheart.
Okay. All right, then. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You take care. Bye-bye.
All right, so we're going to go to one more caller, and then we do have to end the phone lines from there. Let's go to area code. Okay, here we go. Hi, you're live on the air. How can I help you?
Oh, hi. My name is Donna. I just want to ask you about a man named Chris, if you see him and I dating or spending time together in the coming months.
What do we need to know about Chris? You know, I when I tap into the energy of Chris, I feel like I'm really automatically zoned into his smile. This guy makes me feel like he has a really good personality, right? He's funny, everything that I would hope for. But why is he scared? Who's the one that's scared of opening up and being in a relationship?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Do y'all know mutual people, or did y'all date mutual people at one time where he would be scared?
No.
Okay. Spirit, what do you need her to know about Chris? What do we need to know about Chris and the relationship? So let me just say this, that there's some things that he needs to release, hun, and it just feels like there's something going on with him on the personal level that makes me feel like he's scared. And this is why it's taken a while for you and him to be in an actual relationship. Spirit is saying that you should give him until November or October to fully be in a relationship with this person. Take it slow is what they're saying.
Okay, so you do see that at some point it will develop into a relationship?
Yes. It's just that it's very difficult for him to get out of a certain way of being. Like either he's boxed himself in, like he just doesn't want to allow someone in. But it's going to take him a while. So you're going to have a lot of patience with this one. But I do feel that once you break down those walls and those barriers with him, you and him will be in a relationship. What it is that he has trust issues. There's some kind of trust issues that are blocking the relationship. What does this mean to you?
I don't know. I know that we started to spend time together, and then he stopped and said, I'm going to be busy for a while, and we haven't gotten back to spending time together. And then I saw him yesterday, and he's like, well, probably this summer, it won't be so busy then, but he's like, I'll let you know. And so I'm thinking
So I'm picking up very heavily on trust issues, okay? So let me just say this, is that whatever it is that's going on, that you're going to have to be very patient, and you're just going to have faith that it's going to all work out, because it feels like it won't be until November sometime that you and him actually get together.
Will we spend time together before then?
Yes. I'm being told yes. I'm being told, when I say October, I want to say in the next 10 days that you and him will spend some time together. Or make arrangements and spending some time together. It's like I feel like you guys are going to go on a drive and actually go out.
Okay.
Okay, but I do have to cut this call short. It's almost that time. Thank you so much for calling in, sweetheart.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Can I just? Does he have feelings for me? Can I just ask that one question?
Well, we have 1 minute left. So if you can go to the website, victoriaalvarado.com, I am doing a special. So you can schedule an appointment and we can touch base on this further.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, so next week, every Thursday at 8 p.m., we're going to have a different topic that we're going to touch on about spirituality. We may have several guests that pop in every now and then. If you want to schedule an appointment with me, it is victoriaalvarado.com. You can even follow me on Facebook at Psychic Victoria Alvarado. I am running a special at this moment, so normally readings are at $2 per minute, and right now, from now until next Friday, they're at $1 per minute special. You want to hop on that before it's comes to an end, and it may not happen for months on before I do another special. So I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to Psychic Victoria Alvarado, and this is Psychic Connections, and we will talk to you next Saturday. Thank you so much, and y'all have a blessed day.
And now, insurance-minded speeches from Geico.
Hardship. My grandmother would go through it every month to pay her insurance bill. First, she would handwrite a paper check, in cursive. Then, using her own tongue, she would wet a stamp for an envelope. Today, however, we need not weary our hands and tongues. Today, we can pay our Geico bill with the Geico app. Away with hardship, in with bill pay on the Geico app. Thank you.
Spring is here, and so is the L Certified by Lexus Spring Collection sales event. The perfect time to experience the peace of mind of an unlimited mileage L Certified warranty and complimentary maintenance plan.
For a limited time, get 0.9% APR on IS, ES, and ES Hybrid L Certified models.
See your Houston area Lexus dealer.
Not all customers will qualify. Offer ends May 31st. Time restrictions pursuant to L Certified warranty and maintenance plan apply. See your Lexus dealer for details.